Today we are reading from Titus. Titus chapter 1, verse 15. Everything is pure to those who are themselves pure, but nothing is pure to those who are defiled and unbelieving. For their minds and consciences have been defiled. I wrote, your mind shapes your thoughts, speech, and actions. So if your thoughts are positive and pure, then you see the world from this vantage point. How idealistic, optimistic, realistic, and pessimistic are you, and on what occasions? I'm going to break that down for you and to let you think about it. When are you idealistic? What is it that you believe is going to work out? Where is your strongest sense of hope? What is it that your faith is in? And I'm wondering if you consider that to be idealistic or if you consider that to be hopefully realistic. Your definition of idealistic will make the difference. Then there's optimistic. Well, optimistic, I suppose, is thinking the best and wanting the best. Idealistic may be having more of a vision of things that are more perfect than imperfect. And then optimistic is more maybe hoping for an outcome. For example, to get a good grade in an exam that you studied really hard for is a slightly different thing than, an idealistic approach to education or learning. Then there's realistic. Well, it's like, okay, if the rain is coming down, it's more than likely that, going to the beach or going in the pool may have to be scrapped for the day if it looks very, very overcast. So it would be realistic to plan some indoor games and some indoor activities, although you never know when the sun may shine and then you can switch back. But realistically, looking at the weather and looking at the conditions, you determine that we may as well, presume that outside is not going to be something that's going to happen today. And then there's pessimism. When are you likely to feel that sort of gloomy sense of something not really working out? Perhaps you've been in a situation where the person has been doing the same thing over and over again for many, many years. And some might say that you cease to be hopeful and that you're now pessimistic, that the person can't change or that things won't get better. And usually pessimism may come from having been disappointed and disillusioned and hurt on some previous occasion or on several occasions. And you may just decide it's just not worth presuming that things are going to get better. So for you, it may be realistic, whereas somebody else may consider it pessimistic because they're still hopeful, they're still waiting, they're still wanting the change, they're still praying. And so for them, it seems like it's giving up to just sort of write off the person or the situation. But of course, this is where your prayer life is key, because it is God who will help you to have the vision and continue to work toward a vision that other people may consider a waste of time. It is God who will encourage you to be optimistic if God is making a way for you, even though you can't see it. It's God who will help you to be realistic and to accept what is truth and what is real and what is likely, the way that you have to accept what you can't change kind of thing. And then being pessimistic may mean totally giving up and losing hope and presuming not even God can make a difference. So it may be that the Holy Spirit will challenge you, or it may be that we have a pessimistic outlook because that tends to be realistic, but it tends to be more of a negative that somebody else may figure, you're letting go too soon. But is pessimism at times realism? Or is pessimism just always seeing the worst? always expecting the worst, and not being able to see a silver lining, to have faith in people, to have some sense that God is going to work it all out. So I leave you with those, and I leave you with the thought as to what is it to have a pure mind? What is it to be defiled? What is it to think and act and be an unbeliever, and where would that be detrimental? So I'm encouraging you in your belief. Hopefully that's where you are or where you're headed, that God will be the one to show you what is the best possible attitude to have in any situation, the best possible actions to take, and what spirit to enjoy. So may God guide your thoughts, your feelings, your words, and your actions. And may you be able to see some things, as we've said before, from the point of view of an innocent child. Not naive or ignorant, but just somehow presuming that God is going to work it all out. God bless you.